and I'm like,
I go where I want, good. Yeah. I go where I want.
hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is a very, very stretched out update. Hi people in the future, because these videos are being recorded without me even posting them, so it's a lot more difficult to keep up with these updates for other reasons, but also because I'm not posting them live. I'm not getting responses, I'm not getting any feedback, I'm not knowing if the information I'm sharing is helpful. It's kind of strange, but I'm choosing to record and document this before actually sharing everything, because a few people that have shared their journey online in the process, like live, this is what's happening, this is where I'm at, they've had NACA contact them, and just me having eyes on my personal information, I don't want anything that I share, because this isn't anything to be super negative or even super positive. It's just to give you my true real experience with this home buying process. So for me, I feel more comfortable documenting it, allowing it to be whatever it's going to be, and then once everything is said and done, sharing my journey so that it helps somebody. Hopefully it does. But yeah, the last video that I posted, I'm pretty sure it was in December of 2019, and I was letting you know that I found a home. I found a home that feels like it could be my home. It's a short sale home. It's a good opportunity if things work out with NACA's hand department. Needs a little bit of work, nothing crazy, but with my budget, I believe I'd be able to kind of work it in with everything in NACA. I could get further into it as things move, but let's just say from December to now, today is March the 6th, 2020. Yes, we are like 3 months from my last update. Why? Because it is a short sale. I'm gonna be honest, a lot has happened in the process, but this video is not gonna be long because I'm pretty much just bringing you guys up to date with me, with where I am now. For the past few months, I can't say that the hold has been because of NACA, because the hold has basically been because it's a short sale. I signed my portion of the document. We got the thumbs up from the seller that the amount that they're selling it for has been pre-approved, so it was looking good. But they did come back and say, now the bank needs to make a specific letter with my name on it. So we've been waiting for that. Turns out the bank had reissued another inspection on the house just to make sure that what we're selling it for is currently still the same price. So for the past few months, it has literally been me sitting on my hands thinking, well, should I just pick another house? Is this just not going to happen? I've still kept my options open, and I've been looking, but I still, up until now, I have not found anything even comparable. Not that this house is like a super dream house, or it's extravagant, or it's anything like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to downplay it either. It's a home that would be my home, and I would absolutely love it. But thinking financially, thinking about equity, thinking about actually walking in a home and it feeling like my home, thinking about it being my space and being comfortable with it, I just haven't found anything within my price range. Haven't found anything that I've been comfortable with saying, okay, I want to go for this house. While NACA hasn't been the reason that things have been prolonged, in the process of everything going on, I still have to update my documents. I still have to provide information. My living situation has changed, so I'm no longer renting my own apartment. I'm staying with a friend. So what I have been doing is reaching out to my counselor just to kind of ask him, what documents do I need to update? I want to make sure that once we do get a response from the seller, the bank, the short sale, that I am ready to go. I don't want it to be me holding up any process. The communication between me and my then office manager, current counselor, I'm not sure exactly what it is, because it's not the first counselor that gets you approved. I'm already past that stage, but it's the second level counselor that works with the bank and helps you with buying the home. When I tell you that I've spent time sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus emails with no response, Sometimes I'll get a response and it's so short, doesn't answer my questions. I've been kind of not completely in the dark, you know, but I've had to call the office, ask them to have him to contact me. I haven't felt like I've been on the same page with the second counselor that I've been sent to, that handles the bank portion, to the point where, because I'm buying a home that needs a little bit of work, I'm going to be dealing with Hand. Hand is NACA's department that deals with repairs and them funding those portions to put it into your loan. I've had the same woman, which she's amazing. I don't even think she like does much but the reception portion, but she's been calling me, hey, you know, I see that you are looking into this home. Are you wanting to set the inspections? You know, you're in my pipeline, so we do have timelines, but because it was put on hold, I couldn't proceed. I couldn't proceed with any of those steps. So basically I needed to be taken out of her pipeline. That way I'm not looking in NACA's space as if I'm in the process of inspecting the home, getting the home. We need to put a pause on it, right? And even she couldn't get in contact with him to kind of at least take my name out of their forms, because she was following up with me. Has anything changed? Has anything changed? Super, super kind, y'all. I wish that she was kind of handling everything, but I know everybody has a different department for everything. But yeah, it was almost impossible to get in touch with him. She gave me a call a couple of weeks ago. Hey, I'm just touching base with you. Has anything changed? Have you gotten a response? Do we still need to proceed with our department? I do want to let you know that your counselor quit. He's no longer with us, is the words that she used. He's no longer with us. So do you know at all who you're going to be reporting to? And I'm like, the person that I the person that I go to when it comes to buying my home no longer works for NACA, and I didn't get any email, letter, notification. I'm glad you called, because now I'm going to have to call them so that I can get all this information. So they dropped the ball on that, in my particular opinion. Like, had she not called, how long would I have gone without knowing that nobody is... How long would I have gone without knowing? And if the next day I get a message from the seller that they're ready to proceed, how far behind does that put me when the clock has already started, right? So fast forward, we brought you here. That was last month in February. I contacted the office, got the name of my current counselor, set an appointment, sat with him. When I tell you that a lot of this is going to be, 90% of this is going to have to be you. If you are choosing to deal with NACA, get prepared to have a second job. Like, for real. But to be honest, this is a huge decision, so I want every hand in that I can, but I feel like I'll work for them sometimes. I'm just going to say that. I set the appointment. My new counselor seems very nice. He is the same guy that my first counselor, not the one that quit, but the one that got me qualified, was training. So he is newer. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. We're going to find out, but he has a good vibe. He seems very, very busy and very, very overwhelmed. But, you know, he answered the questions that I needed to be answered. I feel good about going forward with him. Hopefully everything is not necessarily smooth, but as smooth as it can be when you're working with NACA. I let him know of the situation. It's a short sale. We're basically waiting. It's a waiting game, waiting for the bank, waiting for the seller. And that's how it's been for the past few months, y'all. Everybody's been asking me, hey, how's the home searching? Any progress? Any news? And it's been kind of like draining, emotionally draining to have to, you know, just say, no, we're still waiting. And while waiting, I haven't found anything. I've seen houses. We've gone and seen houses, me and my realtor, but still haven't found the one that in my heart or in my mind compares to this one, right? Another thing I mentioned to my current counselor is that I got approved in October of last year, meaning it's only good for 180 days. So technically at the end of March, very beginning of April, that expires. So I'm like, am I gonna have to redo all this? So he's like, you're gonna have to resubmit some information. We are gonna have to rerun the credit, but it's not that big of a deal. You'll be good. You will still have to do the budget forms. And I'm like, really don't want to do that. But if I have to, then I have to. Which brings me up until now, y'all. The day before yesterday, I got an email from my realtor that the short sale has been approved on the bank's end, so we are ready to proceed. Y'all, I was driving to work when I got that email. I didn't shed a tear, but I almost shed a tear. But I was just so thankful, because although I know it's the very beginning, y'all, I know that is far from being the hard part. I'm sure it's about to be a very, very interesting journey to come. And who knows what the outcome is going to be. But the switch has been flipped back on my home buying process. Right now, I'm actually outside of the title company, where I'm going to write a check for my earnest money. This all feels very, very out of body, and it feels very, very nerve-wracking. I'm doing all of this by myself, with some help from some information from my realtor, but she, can only do so much. I'm doing that. I'm going to work today. I have a lot to process, pull up. I need to get inspection information and all this and all that. So I just wanted to come here and give y'all an update. Y'all, it's been a couple of times where I have truly sat down, was going to get my camera out, give y'all an update. But it, outside of those things that I've explained as far as the home buying process, it's really just been a waiting game. If you can see, y'all, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm about a good 25-30 pounds heavier, than when I first started this. I'm not blaming the house search, but let's just say, when they tell you that buying a home and the home buying process is stressful, it's not something you can explain. It's something you really have to be going through to understand. One word: stress. But I'm thankful. I'm not complaining. But it has been a very difficult time for me, not only in the process of buying home and everything that comes with it when you're doing it by yourself, but not having my own place when I'm normally used to having my own space. It's a struggle for me. It's a lot that I'm having to adapt to. But it's all good. I just wanted to make sure I came here and gave y'all an update, because if I didn't do this today, who knows when the next update would be coming. Also, because it's been so long since I've updated, it felt a little bit extra pressure with everything I needed to update you on. Sometimes I can be long-winded and giving you unnecessary information. So I'm glad that this is done. I will try to be more frequent with my updates, but like I said, I'm not posting these live. This is kind of like an archive for me. So the urgency is kind of lost in the mix. So I want to kind of keep reminding myself that at some point I'm going to share this and post this. I'm probably 90% sure that I'm going to share and post this. We'll see how everything turns out. But yeah, I got to get to work. So I'm going to do this real quick, get to work. Let's just say this is like the beginning of the real home buying process. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're buying a home, if you're in the process, if you're thinking about NACA, more videos are to come of this process. It's the very beginning, and I'm sure it's going to be very interesting. I'll see you on the next video.
I go where I want, good. I go where I want, good. I go where I want, good.